Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Sunday, August 2nd. Welcome. I know, it's been a minute. It's been a pretty sucky few weeks. And one of the things in that is the laptop that I use, the camera won't open. For whatever reason, I've tried to fix it and I can't, so we're using my phone. I tried to use the phone last week to record a video, maybe the week before, I don't remember. And the mouth and the words were, if I was doing like a Godzilla movie, it would have been perfect, but I was just trying to do Floss Tube, so we'll see how this goes. I restarted my phone to try to clear out any RAM that was being used or anything like that to give me as much space as possible. So, I hope you've all been well. I have been stitching, so I guess there's a lot here, so we might as well get started. I had so hoped before I did this on my Solitude piece. I'm not going to pull it out because it will look so much the same next time I show it. I am 40 stitches away from finishing the page that I've been stitching on. I have 12 different colors left on that page for those 40 stitches. It's been taking me forever because it has been going so slow because I got down to all of the little ninja stitches and it takes forever. But anyway, so I have been stitching. I did little statistics. At the end of June, I haven't counted anything for July. At the end of June, I had 195 whips and 11 finishes. So there is that. I don't know if I had any finishes in July. I didn't go back and look. Okay, there is a lot of stuff here. Out of Cross Stitcher, September 2016, Cross Stitcher magazine, I'm doing this one. Just my cup of tea is what it says on here. This is on my list of 20. My list of 20 that aren't going to get done this year. That's what it might as well be. I wish the light wouldn't do that, but I'm sorry. I've tried 3 times to turn it off. But this time I worked down in this book, getting a lot of stuff filled in. You can't tell all the white that's filled in there, but so I worked on that. I'm going to have to put these back in their bags so as not to have a huge mess. Here, it's in a fancy project bag. I'm just putting them back in the tub that they stay in when I work on them until I do a video. Okay, from Art Ventures, Where Bluebonnets Grow. I have a number of these. I think 4, maybe 5 different ones that I think I've got them all started now. I think I have 5. And here's where it is. This time I put in the little building, and I think I did the tree, but I came and did some more down here. So, down under the little building. So, some of these have been, didn't get much work because there's been so much other stuff going on. Another nice project bag. I had to run into the pantry this week and get a couple more of those fancy project bags too. We have had Kirsten's car started having issues. Dax worked on it last weekend, and it worked fine on, she didn't come into the office on Monday, she did on Tuesday, And on Wednesday, when she tried to come in, it started doing its thing again. It has something to do with actuators on the transmission, clutch actuators. I don't know. He said too many parts. I have no idea. But he worked on it again yesterday, and it seems to be working fine, so I guess we'll see. But that's been kind of a pain. He tweaked a muscle in his neck, like right here, yesterday at the gym, and then came home and worked on our car. I think he was doing deadlifts or something, I don't remember, or overhead lifts or something, and working on our car just made it worse, so now he can't hardly move his head, so he's loving that. I had a new start, the fall quarterly 4-patch. I wanted to make sure. Got this from 1884 Stitchery. I'm pretty sure that I have started this one, and it's just on a piece of scrap Ada, but that's how far I got, and as you can see, they're both the same little border, so really it doesn't matter which one I started, but I think it was the fall scarecrowy one. So let's see, it's in this fancy project bag. I did make a new needle minder for it. Oops. Isn't he cute? But we have been having fun with the grandbabies. A few weeks ago when they were over, they're trying to break Ryan from sucking his thumb. And so when he has it in his mouth, Addison will tell him, "Thumb out of your mouth." And he usually says, "Thank you." But he loves to do the whole monkey see, monkey do thing. So he had his finger in his mouth like this, and so Dax did that, and Ryan pulled Dax's finger and did like this, and put Dax's thumb in his mouth, and when Dax left it there, Ryan called for his mama to tell on Papa, because Papa had his thumb in his mouth. He's already a little tattletale. That's what Dax was like. "Oh, you tattletale, I can't believe you." This is another from Art Ventures, and it's from the Texas Landmark series, and this is the Riverwalk. And I have managed somehow to have 2 copies of this, but this one is a legitimate. It has the picture from way back when on it. The other one I think I bought at the thrift store here in town. I think I got this one on eBay, and I think I got the other one at the thrift store, but it could be the other way around. But the other one, everything's in black and white, so I don't think it's a legitimate copy of the pattern. But anyway, this is where I started. I started in the middle. So I'm somewhere on that little bridge right there. I've got a new Texas Tough project bag for this one. I guess if it's from the Riverwalk, that makes sense, right? This one is also on my list of 20. And I know I'm not any good at this. I'm sorry. I am stitching this on a scrap piece of linen. It goes this way. I have no clue. I like to buy things. I love grab bag kind of stuff. Like, here, do you want to buy this? It's all this crap thrown in together. Yes, because it's like treasure hunting, right? Digging through all of that crap. I buy a lot of stuff that way. Dax absolutely hates it because then I have a ton of stuff around, but I love the hunt. Anyway, this is a Weekenders pattern. It's called the Dory. I call it the boat. Same, right? Anyway, this I believe is also on my list of 20. Here we are. I think up until this point, I have all of the water done. I've still got sky and seagulls above it to do. There isn't a terribly lot left to do. But as you can guess, these flowers, ton of color changes and all of that. And that always seems to just take so long. I'm pretty sure this is in the project bag that I bought it in because it has a little $2 dot on it. It's possible I got it at a garage sale too. This is Father Christmas from Mosey and me. It is a new start. I know, because I need some more. And even though I don't usually know this, I happen to have it here. It's 18 count Aslan from Atomic Ranch. And I started at like the middle of Santa at the bottom. So this is somewhere in here. Because I didn't read anything really ahead of time. I need a blending filament to make. I'm trying to decide whether to get the blending filament and use the floss in the filament or just to buy some Etoile. Is that what it is? That's a little shiny. Anyway, I'm not going to do the border around it. So there you go. That's how far I got. Pretty impressive. I know. This is a Ziploc bag because I am fancy like that. That's true. I don't know what else I was looking for. Something's crossed my mind and it was something to show you, but I don't know what I did with it. So we'll just keep going. I worked on this one, Baked Goods from Little House Needleworks. And here's where I am. Last time I just got like this little corner done in the white. And so I've taken it all the way up as far as it goes. There's like a poinsettia right there. And started working on the cupcake. This has gone really, I mean, that went pretty quickly while I was working on it. Most of these, I want to keep working on them, but I have a job, so. This is actually in a project bag. It's one that Abigail got me, and this is who makes it. Carrie Sews For You on Etsy. I don't know if my phone will focus that closely. And then from Plum Street Samplers, I worked on Olga. I'm always so excited for this one to come up and work on it. And then I always oversleep. Sleep through my alarm, and I don't get as much time as what I want. And this fabric is kind of a dusty, sagey green that's obviously not coming through at all. But this time I got in, I think I did like this letter and then these letters, I think, but I don't really. I won't swear to it. It's a little needle minder that I made. As you can tell, another fancy bag. This one also is Ziploc. I told you I was fancy like that. I worked on another Art Ventures. Apparently, I worked on almost all of them that I have. I have a Big Ben one. I don't think I've worked on it recently. The Alamo. This one has made it to my list of 20. It's on some kind of piece of even weave. But here we are. This time I came up and started working on some of these leaves in the tree. I did the back stitching. I got the window all filled in there and did the back stitching there. And I've come up and done some of this other stuff up here. It's coming out pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Uh-oh. This bag, it's just an up and up bag from Target. I guess I'm not always that fancy. That one, Abigail's probably going to steal from me when I get it done. She loves the Alamo. She called me a couple of weeks ago because she's starting a new job, and they needed verification from her bank on her account, I'm guessing for the direct deposit. And the bank wouldn't email her the information because it had everything on it. So I went over there, because the bank's just across the parking lot from us. I walked over there and to get the paperwork, and then I took a picture and texted it to her. But when I was walking back, I was like, what's wrong with my shoe? And then I was like, oh my God, I think it's coming apart. And then the whole bottom fell off of it. And it wasn't just, I mean, this time of year I wear flip-flops most of the time, but it was actually a pair of pumps, and the whole bottom fell off. So I had to take my shoes off and walk back to the office barefoot. It was lovely. I was like, oh, look, here's another thing that just broke. Yay. You know, when you have those things going on and it's just one thing after another, you just start to go. This came off of, I bought this pattern on Etsy. The name of the place where I bought it isn't, I don't see it on any of my paperwork. It's called like Whiskey Bottles or something like that. And I am doing this on a piece of flare fabric that has the wood grain. The way the camera keeps blowing things out, I don't know if you can tell or not. But I'm down on the one side. Like this, where the wood grain goes up in the back, I'm not going to stitch that. That's why I bought the pattern, the fabric with the wood grain on it. But I might stitch in the countertop there, I'm thinking. We'll see. I got time. I got time because I'm just over here on this one glass on the end. So. And even if it doesn't look good, as you can see, it's in another bag. If it doesn't look good, it doesn't matter. It's going behind the bar. And if you think it doesn't look good, drink some more and it'll be fine. That's really all it'll take. Have another drink. It'll look much better. From Homespun Elegance, delivering snow. It's cute. I am doing this on a piece of scrap fabric. And I am using not what the pattern called for, as you can see. Mine is much different. My little wagon is in Flower Silk by Stitchy Box in the color Violet. It's kind of, it's got a lot of blue tones. It looks more purple right now than it does in real life. Speaking of the whiskeys in the bar, I bought some brown sugar bourbon, which I've bought some before, but this time I smoked it. I like the brown sugar bourbon mixed with, usually it's diet for me, mixed with Coke. But if you smoke it, it's like drinking a toasted marshmallow. It is so good, y'all. give it a try. Give it a try. From Snowflower Diaries, Spring Bunny Love. It's a freebie on her blog. Yeah, my stuff isn't focusing, is it? Doesn't matter. I need something new. We'll get there eventually. Here is where I am on it. I hadn't decided if I was going to do the bottom flowers, but when I counted, they would fit. I have like 5 squares. It's fine. It's plenty. So hopefully this one will get finished pretty soon. It just needs to come out another time or two. Or I mean on my spare time I could sit and stitch on it. Let's see. From the 2020 Linen and Fox and Rabbit, I'm sorry, Friends and Family was their mystery. And that's the whole thing. I'm still in April, which is this monstrosity right here. Here's the whole piece. Here's what I've gotten stitched so far. There's all of it. This one's April, and it still has, this still comes up like this, and then there are little flowers that come off to the sides here. So there's still a lot of stitching to be done. When I was working on it originally, I was keeping up until I got down to March, which I think is this one, and made these big mistakes. And I was just like, I tried to fix it. I thought I had it fixed. Then I had to tear it out, and then did it again, and then I was over it for a little while. So I had to calm down before I could pick it back up. It has made it to my list of 20. It's in a chicken bag that I made. And out of your welcome, I worked on the flag. It's this. Maybe this one's a better picture. This one up here. If you're new here, I have a thing for welcomes. I don't know why, because nobody comes to my house. But it's all good. So here we are. This time, do y'all see that? I actually started working in the blue. And with the stars, they're in gold. It's kind of hard to see that one, but so we're getting there. We're getting there. Slow and steady. I have a sinus headache. Today is like day 3 now. It's driving me nuts. I had a new start from Jardin Privé, the cat lovers. This is, my husband's been afraid that I'm going to lose my mind. He keeps asking me if I'm okay. And he got really concerned because one of the days that he asked me, I told him no. These little things going wrong are all part of it, and they led up to bigger things going wrong. Well, they didn't make bigger things go wrong. I was already on edge from all the little things and then big things, and I was teetering very hard. So this is where I got started. I'm doing this just on a piece of linen. I don't know anything about it. It's just big enough. It's one that was like out of the scrap box or whatever. And it looks great. I love it. It's looking wonderful. Here's my fabric. As you can see, I measured. I came in 3 inches from the edges. did everything like that I was supposed to. Looked through the multiple pages of the pattern, and it's like, okay, this page does not have any gray on it, you know, from the overlap from the previous page. Well, the page without the overlap is the middle page. What I just showed you is one half of this right here, because that's where the page break is, down the middle. So I love it. I did beautiful stitching. It looks fantastic. But it all has to come out, because that's the middle page, not my far right page. I was not a happy camper when I realized that, but it happens. It happens sometimes over and over again. Lizzie Kate Flip It Bits. This one's August. And I had the letters and part of the watermelon rind last time. So I finished the rind and started filling in the pink watermelon. Obviously, the A is missing from August. But honestly, there isn't that much more left. And I thought, oh, I decided not to put that little white border on there. No, it's on there. I stitched it. It looks great, huh? It's right here, and it's kind of in an off-white that perfectly matches. So I either need to pull it back out and stitch it in something, or, sorry, I just hit zipper pull, or stitch it, or just pull it out and leave it out. But that's for a future Taryn to decide. I started my June monthly mini village. Can y'all see that? Probably not. Okay, the June one. I wish that would focus better. And again, so here's, started in the middle with the cute little banner, took it out of the hoop. That's not how it goes. It needs to go this way. So June has to all be ripped out too. I really was just like, well, I haven't been. That's why my husband keeps asking. I'll tell you what really had me teetering on the edge, because we hadn't had an issue, and all of a sudden, and everyone in the area is complaining about it, all of a sudden we had a huge flea problem. And we did not have a huge flea problem. All of a sudden we started noticing fleas on the cats, and sometimes on us, and I'm sure it was us tracking them into the house from outside. And because we have grandbabies crawling around, I don't like to use a real strong poison. So I bought online some Pet Safe, it says Pet Safe, all naturals flea spray that we used. And we used it in the house. You know, we sprayed down the carpet, we sprayed their bedding, we sprayed around. It's made with essential oils, which are very, very, very bad for cats. And I know that, and it was all marked as Pet Safe. We already have 6 cats. We're talking about 6 cats. And the oldest one is 16, and for a couple of years we've been dealing with her with congestive heart failure. She's overweight, you can tell it's coming. And so she's kind of limited the area in the house that she's in. Um, and so I put out puppy pads everywhere that she might lay, and every morning I get up and clean those, pick all of that up and mop and do all of that stuff, which is part of the reason that I haven't been getting as much stitching done, because I have to take care of that. And then another one of our cats, who's probably 13 or 14, she started having issues with feline diabetes. So we were in the process of moving her to an all meat diet. Sometimes she liked it raw, but then she decided she liked cooked chicken, so I was having to cook chicken and give that to her in the mornings and everything. And then the flea thing started. And so I bought the flea spray, the Safe for Pets flea spray. The cat with feline diabetes died because of the essential oils in this spray, and another one of our cats died because of the essential oils in this spray. She was healthy when this started, but she was smaller than the others, and she was probably a 13 or 14-year-old cat, but she was a little tiny cat. I think that's why it affected her. I'm not surprised it affected the one with the feline diabetes. We were trying to nurse her back to health. And the other one, Toothless, we actually, did what the vet said, and we actually thought that she was getting better. She was becoming less lethargic or whatever, but then she just had a big seizure and died. And I have been so angry, which I'm not usually an angry person. I'm really not. I have been so angry about it because it said it was safe. And I was trying to do a good thing, because I didn't want poison around the animals or the kids. So anyway, that put me way on the edge, and that's why my dear husband keeps asking me if I'm okay, because he knows I'm not usually so angry at people, but I was this time. Anyway, that's enough of that, because it's sad and it'll just make me angry again. I'm getting over it. But here it is. Hold on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. This is the July. I'm sorry. I wish it'd focus, but obviously it's just not going to. And I got it started. Yeah, the right way. The right way. I was very careful to mark it and make sure. But I thought that's looking pretty cute so far. I mean, not that you can see, but the the flag is in the middle. I've got all of these in one project bag. And out of the keepsakes calendar from 2017, I'm working on Paisley Pumpkins. This one is stitched solid. I'm not doing that. I'm letting my background fabric show through. This is a stitch along with Shelly and I. I think the hashtag is 2017 keepsake calendar Sal. I don't know. I could be making that up. But Shelly probably doesn't remember either. If you want to, if you're stitching something out of there, join us. I don't remember the last time I was on Instagram to use the hashtag. I don't know if Shelly has been on using her hashtag, so it's not a very formal style. And as Shelly likes to say, we've got a surprising amount of stitching done. And that's because we haven't been working on it. And what a surprise. Anyway, I know I put in this, and there's a leaf down here I started, and I think I backstitched this around the edge here this last time. So there we are, and I did not fill in on those on that one. I just let the fabric show through. I don't know if you can even tell, but the fabric is kind of pretty mottled up orange. It's a pale orange, but I wanted it to show through. It's on my, is this one on my list of 20? Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't remember. Anyway, there's some project bag made by me. It's just a table runner cut in half. Sides sewn together. I did have another new start out of this classic holiday ornaments. I think it's from Craftways. I think it was in one of the books, you know, the year-end books. It's the one that I'm doing Jacob's stocking out of. I think this came in the book, these ornaments. I started on, I have to decide which one. This right here, this poinsettia. Now, especially since my camera won't focus, this middle is beads. There's a lot of beads in it. But I'm doing it, I grabbed, it's just a light green, even weave. I don't know anything else about it, but here is where I got to. And I should have pulled, because I think I have in, maybe it's just pink and doesn't get dark enough, because this is 3 different colors of thread, right? You just make a few stitches in each color, and I could have pulled a variegated, but whatever. I had to run into the pantry to get a couple of new project bags for those starts. I have one that I'm doing the little 2x2 squares. Well, after you sew it, they're 2x2. That I have about half of it done, but I just need to sit down and do the rest of it. But then you know, oh, you gotta decide where was I and all of that stuff. So then I talked myself out of it, out of pulling it out and sewing. From the sunflower seed, this one's Halloween. It's got a little border across the top. I think it only has 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. Yeah, 4 colors. This model is stitched on, I'm going to make sure I'm right, yes, 7 count fabric. I mean, you use like 2 skeins of black to stitch this. I am not doing this on 7 count fabric. I am doing it on a piece of, trying to figure out if it's linen or just even weave. Pretty sure it's linen. Mine, this is probably maybe a 38 count, maybe a 40. I don't think it's 36 because I think I'm doing it 1 strand over 2. And I mean, you can see how full my stitches are with 1 strand over 2 threads. So anyway, that's where I got to, part of the end, and I've got this vine, that's the word, it's a vine, the vine going at the top. So that was fun. I was really enjoying stitching on it. That was all the new starts for July. July was killing me with the new starts. I don't think August is looking like that. Take a look and see. I see 3. And one of those will be the mini village for August. So only 2 other new starts. Like I said, I didn't think August was going to be as bad, but you never know. I could be making that up. From Bobby G Designs, this is Hallie's birth sampler. I have high hopes of getting it done before she turns a year old in December, so it's not for lack of trying that it's taken me this long. It's a lot of stitching, it really is. But here's where we are. So I've gotten down to, I think since the last time y'all have seen it, I have worked on, I've gotten down and gotten most of Humpty Dumpty done. He'll look much better with bag stitching. I've done some of the back stitching around the dress. I have it almost done. Around the little bonnet. I've worked on the bunny. At least it's starting to kind of look more like a bunny. It's big ears. But he's holding, the bunny's holding a little blanket. So, and then I've come down over here on this side and filled in a little bit more on the drawer and started the blanket that's coming out of the drawer under it. So I keep thinking, oh, I'm getting so close, but like I'm like right here. there's a lot of stitching still under it, but I work on it a lot. It's just, it takes a long time. You know how that goes. And then lastly, I worked on, sorry, moving stuff around, from Butternut Road, I always say this wrong too, Earth Dancer. Oops. This is on my list of 20. This is my second oldest project, I believe. So I've really been pushing her. This is on a mushroom Lugana. I don't remember what count. But I bought it all. Somebody had it kitted up and then changed their mind. So I bought the fabric and a lot of the threads and the pattern and everything from them. So I, as you can tell, have been working up here. Worked on her hair. I got this ribbon in, got her hand in, coming down here on the dress. And there's shadowing that goes on her hand right here. And I looked at the symbol and looked over the color as we do. And the color for that is 3773. And I looked through my stuff and I don't have 3773 in with everything in my threads, and I have all the threads in there. So it's like, what I had was 3373, which is clearly not the right number, and I had stitched that color in her face. You may be able to tell that there are some stitches missing now. That color, the wrong color, is somewhere in here also. So I've got to go in and pull those out and redo that part of it. I was just like, ugh. That was yesterday. I was working on this yesterday. Before I had to go babysit yesterday. That is all my stitching. Ryan and I had a lot of fun. Dax was here hurting himself. while I was out playing with the grandbaby. Hallie was sleeping the whole time. That was during her nap time. I was only there for a couple hours while Addison went and got her hair done. And, you know, we played. Ryan had lunch, and then it was his nap time. But he likes to read a book. Well, he likes to pick out a book to read before he goes to bed at night, and he got me to do it for his nap time. Except for he likes to pick out a book for everyone. And so I told him, okay, you can pick 2 books. One, he picks his book and he picks my book. Of course, I read them both. But then when those were done, he wanted to pick books for Papa and Rue, which is Dax and Kirsten. But I didn't fall for that one. So Papa and Rue aren't here. We call Kirsten Rue. We have since she was a baby because we called her Kirstaroo. And so Ryan calls her Rue. So that it's cute. She loves it. He'll go knock on her door and he'll go Rue when he gets here if she's in her room. The other day when I was talking to Addison on the phone when she was on her way home, Ryan was in the back and he was in a great mood at first because he talks a lot. And then he started his mood. He had a want, and Addison was like, why is he doing this? And I said, because he's 2. And he got full-blown pouting and upset in his issue that he was having, the want. He was mad because he only has one nose, and he wanted a second nose. So he was not having it. He was not a happy camper by the time they got home. She's like, what do I do? And I'm like, there's nothing you can do. You can get him a second nose. But it's so much more fun. That's not true. That's not true. I was going to say when you get to, just laugh and somebody else has to deal with it. It's not true because we loved dealing with our own kids. It's really not more fun. We cracked up at all of that stuff with our own kids. So anyway, I don't think I've bought anything really. I don't think I've done. Oh, I did do something. I know I did something else. I did this because why not? I made shoelaces. How cute. Look. They have little flowers. Pretty cute. There you go. That's what else I've done. I made shoelaces. It's pretty exciting stuff. Yeah, I don't think I've done anything else. So I guess that'll do it for now. I'll get back to trying to get those 40 stitches in, and with 12 colors in those 40 stitches, it's probably going to take me an hour, but oh well. What else have I got to do? Oh yeah, fold the laundry. That's what else I have to do. It's in the dryer, but we'll pretend like I don't. Anyway, really, I will try not to wait so long. Hopefully things will just calm down, just for a little bit. Doesn't have to be forever, just for a little bit. Just as far as the flea spray goes, I have washed every pet bed. I threw away the cat towers and the scratching post, and I have mopped everything that mopped everything that can be mopped, but I have damp mopped the carpet to try to get any of the residue off of everything in the house. It's been a lot. But the other 4 seem to be their same old selves, so hopefully that will be the end of it. I don't know what we're going to do, but it's not going to be that. For now, we sweep or vacuum every day and brush the cats with a fine comb and all of that kind of stuff. But anyway, hopefully the worst of that is over with and we can just get back to some kind of normal. This has been just crazy. Anyway, I'm rambling. This has been going on for almost an hour. I will try not to take so long by the next one. Anyway, thanks y'all for stopping by. Thanks for your likes. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't, I don't know why. Anyway, we'll see you here next time. Thanks y'all. Bye.